Hey, Dave.
Hey. Oh, man. Me figuring out again how to see everybody.
You can do it like you could do. There's like a view on the top right.
Yeah, hit
Hit
that
that.
gallery view.
Bam.
Yeah.
Now you can see everybody.
Perfect. Brian, hi. Thanks for joining
Hi.
us. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. You know, it's going. It was going better this week than it was last week. Good.
Yeah.
So, because I think everybody's figuring out what to do, which is good. You know, like or do something productive. I think that's smart. So it feels like more like it feels like moving in some direction, which is better than moving in zero directions.
Yeah.
I think we're all learning a lot about our role in this and what we can do and what we should do, and learning to listen a lot better, which is something I think is really, really valuable right now.
Totally. I'm honestly surprised that I'm not surprised that like overall we're having these kinds of conversations, but I am surprised at who still is needing to have these conversations had with them. That's what's kind of blowing my mind. Yeah. So I'm just kind of like, oh, I thought you were on team, everybody.
Yeah.
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 I'm learning to unfollow on Facebook, which is like
a lot of true colors.
Yeah.
But really though, like, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, you want to know what? Let's talk about food.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing here. Has Dave filled you in on how this all came about?
Well, Dave doesn't really fill anybody in on anything since he takes about a month to text you back. I mean, he kind of gave me like a rundown, but
and even longer.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hit me with longer to write it out.
Oh goodness! Spell check is a thing.
Great, I love it. Basically, Dave and I went on tour with. He played drums with us once with Dave Hawes, and we very quickly, as you do when you're on tour, you figure out who's the morning person, who's not the morning person, who like goes to venture out, and who kind of stays back and hits just whatever is close to the venue. And we figured out pretty soon that we were in search of the best places to eat wherever we were. And once the tour was over, we kept in touch pretty religiously to try and remember where it was that we ate, and also to keep each other in the loop of great places to go in the future. And it started out as like a spreadsheet I had on my phone, and then I was like, we should start an Instagram. And now that obviously we're all home, I was just like, I gotta talk about food, because I don't have enough of it right now. We're not we're not traveling, we're not eating out. Like, we gotta figure out a way to reminisce about all of the awesome stuff that comes with touring that's not just playing, which is obviously the best part, but the second best for me is eating.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's great then. I think that I was gonna try and make a list of like, there was a show, I think Man versus Food it used to be. Like, and I tried to make a list from that, and then I started watching Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. That one, you know, the guy with the spiky hair.
Yeah.
Like, he eats some good food. Like, I said to Stacy, I was like, we should make a list, because food is so bad on tour if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, if you go, actually, I've done this a few times on tour. If you go online, there's a map of all the places he goes. So I actually have hit some of those spots.
Man, see, we've never been on an official tour together, except for in Europe for a few times.
We were stuck in one place.
Yeah,
and we ate a lot of the same stuff, but we tried to venture out as much as possible.
Yeah, we became fried chicken masters, though.
Raising Cane's.
Yeah. Why not?
You ever do that? I'm gonna give a plug.
Yeah, Cane's Chicken. You ever do that, Kaylee?
I've never been. No.
Oh, it's in. We were in New Orleans for a very long time, like a month or so, or 6 weeks, something long.
It was a while.
And it was we hit up Cane's almost every night, if we're being honest.
That's a chain.
Yeah.
It's a chain. Yeah, it's a chain, but like
it's a chicken strip chain.
Yeah. All right.
But we beat it with Popeyes.
Yeah. And the problem was that we ate our weight in po' boys the very first week. So we were done.
You couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, we were trying to venture out, and we got to Raising Cane's, and we're like, yeah, that's good. We don't need to go any further.
We did eat quite a few. I mean, we experienced the city though. Like we went to a ton of places, and
we're being funny. Yeah, we did.
There was a sandwich place that your dad told you about. What was it?
Oh yeah, Mother's.
Yeah, that place
is
right
good. Right outside the front, like right around the outside border of the French Quarter. It's like literally across the street from the Harrah's Casino. And their staple is fried chicken. That's the big one. We never got to try the fried chicken, but they have this sandwich.
You'd OD'd after a Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
I love a fried chicken. That's my thing.
It's great. Yeah. But they had a sandwich called the Ferdy Special, and it was, I think, roast beef, ham, slaw, and then it was like in a dip. And it's literally, I mean, it's probably about 2 feet long. And I think we did that twice.
But like
always, like when you're recording a record, then you like find the spots that are nearby. It doesn't.
Yeah,
they don't always have to be the best spots, but they're just like your spots.
It's really weird though, because like when Dave was there with us, like we did the fried chicken, but then I just remembered that both times, like when I was doing records in Nashville, the same thing happened, and I found Hattie B's, and I just like I would go there every day, like not like I was working with Butch Walker, and I was like, yo, dude, like I don't know if I have a heart attack or something because.
And did you like Hattie B's?
Yeah, I liked it. I ordered it every day, like it was the best.
Did you try Prince's when you were in Nashville?
I did, but Prince's was too real for me, for my system. Like it got it. I would eat it, and it was so spicy that I would get like I wouldn't feel very good afterwards. Like I wouldn't get sick or anything. I just wouldn't like. I'm not used to like that. That's a flavor punch.
Is like I like spicy food, but I tried Prince's once, and it's amazing. But same exact thing, and mild was too much for me.
Yeah, it's too hot. I can't handle it. What about you, Dave? You like that?
Yeah, I love it.
Prince's? Yeah, I see. Everyone else likes it.
I can eat it all. I got an iron gut.
Do it. I like it. Man, so what else?
I got no problems with spice so far.
You love a spice.
I feel like that's a challenge now that we need to investigate further.
I'll tell you one thing. I found one of the best burrito places, believe it or not. I don't normally eat like New Jersey, any kind of like Mexican food at all in New Jersey. It's not great. But there's a small little shop down here in Point Pleasant. It's like right a couple little ways up that you could ride a bike to, and it's called I think it's called Guacamole, believe it or not. And it is unreal. Like so it's so good, but like it's totally you can't go because it's shut down because I think there's only 4 people that work there, period. So
yeah,
it's a really, really small shop, but it's got to be one of the best. Like if I could find a way to send it to you, or next time you guys are here, I'll come. If you're at the Stone Pony or something, I'll bring you the guacamole down because it's so dope.
Yes.
That's great. We need those places.
The little secret gems.
Yeah.
So okay. We usually. Oh, do you want to take over, Dave?
I was just gonna say. So, well, what we do now is we'll talk about your place on the road, like mainly overseas. We're trying to find an overseas vibe. You know, what's your city? What's your city overseas? Anywhere overseas that's your favorite city to eat?
And it doesn't have to be like this is the best meal I've had. This is the best restaurant I've been to. It's just got to be like every time I go to blah, like the food is great. I just love it.
Well, I will say there's my favorite place, which is in Tokyo, but I could not tell you what it's called because I can't read the sign. So I don't know. but it's like legit. It's a spot where you know, like when you go order, they don't even deal with you talking to them. They're just like, here you go, just point what you want, and you literally just point at the picture, and then 5 seconds later you got it right in front of you. And it was probably the best food I've ever had in my life, and that was a standing only place. So there would just be people standing there, and you just ordered all of this like sushi, and it was unreal. And we stood there for, I don't know, 2 hours, me and Ian, just like eating. And it was awesome.
It wasn't like noodles, it was just a sushi spot.
I don't know if there was noodles on the menu, but like it was like the pictures were just like, it probably was, but you because they had kind of like everything.
I was just trying
there,
to get
like,
visualization. Is it like a sushi bar?
It's a counter, so like it would be a U-shaped counter, and like you could sit, like, I know you could order drinks. That was one thing. So you could order like a beer or sake or something. But we had a bunch of Cokes, and they had them on ice. It was nice, fresh. And we would just sit, like, no sitting, I don't think, just standing. So standing on the thing, and you would just like kind of be like, and then when the chef would notice you, he would come over, and then you would just point, and he would just be like, and that's it. And then it was awesome.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it's called.
Yeah. That's the hard part about over there, is remembering exactly what the places are called and where the spot. I looked up before we got on here, because I remember there was a ramen place that we went to, and the only thing I could compare to where it was there's this 4-story toy shop called Kittyland. And it's like 4 stories tall of toys. And I went there to like try to find stuff for my kids and stuff. And I remember we came out, and I think we went out the door and went to the left, and then downstairs, and there was a ramen shop, and it was like, you know, where you can see them making the noodles, see them making the broth. And again, keeping with our trend of fried chicken, I had the best chicken tempura I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Because I mean, I usually get shrimp and vegetables and stuff, but I was like, chicken, I'm gonna try that. I love fried chicken.
Yeah, so, of course.
And it was great. And but yeah, for the life of me, I can't remember the name.
I don't even know if I don't even know if you can, like, you might be able to. I don't even know. Is there like some way to write it down? I don't know. I was too scared to ask. I get too nervous. But just in public in general, I just get too nervous to ask anybody any questions. I was just like, I don't want to upset the status quo. Let me just order my food and then leave.
Yeah. Am I going to offend anybody by asking the name?
Well, depending, like, if
I would.
Phone, like, depending on whether or not you have a working phone, I always would go into like a place and then just like either zoom in or zoom out, where I would to be like, oh, okay, I'm at this restaurant, and then, like, and then save it as a favorite.
See, I didn't know that. I would have needed your. I'm not good with, like, I'm good with this. I answer texts right away, and I'm not like Dave. But the pin dropping favorite thing, I wouldn't be able to do. But then you could find out everything about it if you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The future of America.
That's good. We learn stuff. I know what to do.
What's funny is the fact that when you zoom out on my map on my phone, it's a bunch of little dots, and it's all just either music venues or restaurants, like, so that I know where I'm supposed to go from wherever. Like, thank God that scooters are now around, because like I've walked miles and then been like, shit, soundcheck's in 10 minutes. I can't walk this far. Like, hop on a scooter and just scoot my way back to the venue because I needed to like get a coffee somewhere stupid.
It's the way to do it, though. They also have you ever been to Japan?
I've never been to Japan. No, it's one of, like, I am obsessed with Japanese food and Japanese art. And I, like, when I was in college, I minored in visual arts and studied it. Like, I love everything about that country, and it's like a dream to go over there, and I've never been. But
it's awesome.
Joe, when I first started dating Joe, my boyfriend, he had just gotten back from Japan, and I picked him up from the airport and took him to a ramen restaurant in Nashville on our first date. And I was like, why did I do this? It's not going to be great at all.
I think after I ate sushi in Japan, I didn't eat sushi in America, and I was living in New York at the time. Like, I didn't, even in New York, it's awesome in New York, but I didn't eat it. I was just like, it's not the same. I don't want it. So it was weird. They had these like French fries too with they're like steak fries, you know, but they had like a seasoning, and the our translator told us it was fish. So like there was some kind of fish and salt like together on the top of the French fries. And it was like, it was the best tasting French fry in the whole entire world. But like, I don't know what it's called. I don't know how to ask for it. Like one time we tried to make them at home, and it like didn't work. It was just like not the same, but it was unreal, like so good.
All I know is that now whenever I do get there, I've got to like Google that toy shop, walk into it, leave it, go left.
Yeah.
Yes, it's right there.
I'll try and figure it out.
And it'll be
That's
right
the
there.
way. Yeah.
Brian, do you have any like notable place or restaurant abroad that you can remember the name of?
Yes, I can. Well, Nando's in London. That's my. Everybody asks. Come on,
Raising Cane's of the UK.
Yeah, I mean Nando's. I will do at any day. I'll eat it for a tour straight. I don't care for dinner.
The order.
I do lemon and herb 10-piece wings, fresh. That's what I do.
What are your sides? What are your sides?
I get a wedge, potato wedge. I like that. I like keep it simple. Keep it simple. I don't go too wild on tour, because you gotta stick with.
I go off menu. Dave, what's your order?
You do.
All right, real quick then. Mine is the thighs. I do the chicken thighs, and then I'll do it with mashed potatoes and the spicy rice. And then the garlic herb sauce all over it. Doused.
Okay.
I don't really eat a lot of meat. So if I'm not eating meat, I just go ham on sides. But every time I've been, they've allowed me to get halloumi like it's a meat, which basically means that I just get like a stack, like a large chunk of cheese is what I eat for
okay.
It's so good. And then I also, because I'm real classy, I get the olive plate to start.
Okay.
I'm at a real restaurant. Then I get
at Nando's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then I eat my cheese, and then I eat some mashed potatoes like a 5-year-old, and then I'm ready to finish the show and fall asleep immediately afterwards.
Nando's is post-show only. No pre-show.
I've done the seat by the bathroom, like single seat by the bathroom, just to get into Nando's before.
Ooh, really?
Or you're like, I'll take that one. I'll sit there. I don't care. And the place is always packed.
But you'll do it pre-show?
I'll do it anytime.
Oh, I can't do that.
Like when I lived in New York.
I'll 3 hours before.
I got a 2-hour limit before show. 2 hours.
I lived in New York. I played Arlene's Grocery a lot, and there is a Mexican restaurant right down the street called San Loco. Notoriously would be in the middle of eating cheese enchiladas and be like, shit, I'm on stage in 15 minutes.
That's a nightmare scenario.
I can't drink a beer before I play, or like soda or anything like that, because then I like it.
I don't have to sing.
But cheese.
You guys have to sing. I don't have to sing.
Yeah.
True, but you got to move all your body parts at the same time.
I do. I'm working off that Nando's.
You got to keep that mellow tempo too, you know.
Yeah, man. It keeps. That's why I got such a great backbeat.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know. You can eat before you sing, though, Kaylee?
I can. I find that the more I've been like touring consistently, like year-round, no real breaks off at all. The past couple years have been like that. I've become just way more structured and diligent in my schedule where I don't do that.
Yeah.
I just love to eat, and if I can eat before I play, it doesn't faze me. And then as long as I get now I need a half hour to warm up and kind of get ready. But I used to just go straight. I would be surprised if I didn't have salsa still on my fingers when I went on stage. I didn't care at all. Did not care.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to do. You got to do the thing and somehow just make it work.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. I can't do it. I would just not. I'd have the 2-hour rule. No eating before.
Swimming.
Yeah, like swimming, except for way longer.
Yeah.
Well, because if you eat before you go up there, you just sort of feel like a sluggish and I just don't. And then you start sweating, and you're like, I don't want to be here. You got to take a nap, and the whole process is just ruined.
I don't know. I never used to feel that way, but I think I probably would now because I've gotten better with that.
Yeah, well, and then there's being 40. That'll help. With that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You gotta take everything slow. You can't do it. You gotta eat slow. You can't eat before bed, or you'll start choking to death on it, and it comes off. That's what they tell you, the doctors. You'll choke in your sleep if you don't. If
really?
you eat. Yeah, well, that's what they say on the internet.
I always thought it was gonna be like dreams.
What?
I thought you shouldn't eat before you sleep for food dreams, weird ass dreams.
No, when you get older, they say that it'll come up and you'll choke on it and die. That's what I read on the WebMD or somebody.
No onions after 8 o'clock.
Yeah, you got to sleep on your side, but only the left side.
Left side, yeah.
Yeah.
You wake up to somebody punching you in the chest.
See, this is why we decided to start having this conversation, because people need to know what musicians Google about food.
Yeah.
And what we go through. It's
true though. I do. If I eat too late and it's like a heavy meal and I sleep, it'll sometimes it'll come up and you have to you'll wake up feeling. That's happened to me twice and ever, but it was enough. It was enough to be that's never happening again. So I just don't. I don't mess around.
Food. The bedtime for food is 8 o'clock, or you can't.
Yeah, bedtime is definitely nothing after the 10 o'clock thing. But that shows you stay up so late. On tour, everything is so late, so you have to eat late. But then you don't go to bed till 4 a.m, whatever.
That's one thing. I very rarely do a post-show meal.
No, really.
No.
That's great willpower.
I'm starving after the show.
Tough.
It's probably because I eat so much food before I play.
Oh, you eat before? Okay, that makes more sense.
I will eat before, but I will. What's weird is that with everything, with being home all the time right now, we just kind of eat whenever we're hungry. And I found out that we ate before 6 today. I'm like, what is happening to me? But I kind of try and make sure I eat early enough and then don't do because that's almost even I don't drink when I'm on tour either, very much at all, but you get into that territory where it's kind of drunk food snacks. It doesn't even matter if you're drunk, that's the food you eat after.
Yeah.
It's the stuff that you shouldn't eat anyway, and it's the stuff that kind of will give you a hangover regardless.
I do that without the drinking. I just don't drink, but I still eat the terrible things. Because I'll tell you, when I stopped smoking, I traded it for cookies. You know what? I don't care. Because I can't do it. So I'll just be I will have that potato chip at 9 o'clock at night. And because I keep texting Ian about this, saying is this okay? And he's like, whatever you do to not smoke. And I'm like, all right, fine. So I'll have Hershey Kiss, the chocolate bar, whatever. But whatever. But I feel that thing that so you gotta just
gotta have something in your hand.
Gotta. But no, it's I gotta get it in my. It's the sugar helps. I read somewhere that it, I don't know, any kind of like chemical, like it's sort of like it stores in your sugar cell, wherever your body stores sugar. It's the same place it stores like cigarettes or like whatever, or
Yeah.
some other types of drugs. And so like the sugar sort of gives you that like calm down. So I've been pounding that sugar.
Another question.
My waist pants not buttoned up to the top. They're open. I don't care.
Welcome to my world, Brian. Welcome to my world.
Top button, you're good.
What of it? I don't care.
Somebody on the internet asked us what your favorite English candy is.
Okay. Well, I will tell you that my favorite English candy is those little tiny chocolate buttons. Those little circles. You get them like they come in a purple bag.
Oh.
And you know what I'm talking about,
Cadbury
right?
Ones.
Yes, Cadbury. And I bring them home for the kids. My son, when he was really little, used to love those things, and my daughter too. But he really loved them. So I just now I would be like, that's my thing. And like on tour, I'll just eat them and be like,
The chocolate is so good over there.
It's better.
Yeah, Dave, what
better
about you?
chocolate?
You know what? It's hard. I grab anything. I don't have a favorite.
No
There's
favorite
always
candy?
those. Well, yeah, I have a favorite. M&Ms are my favorite. Peanut M&Ms. So if there's peanut M&Ms there, they're gone.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
like
my
Reese's
go-to.
Pieces.
I like that.
Reese's Pieces are great too, though.
That twirl.
What do you like?
The twirl candy bar.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's
Twirl.
purple with yellow writing, and it's basically just like tempered chocolate.
Yeah.
It's like all rippled inside of a chocolate bar. It's so, and I
Ooh,
love
those are good.
I've
hobnobs.
seen that.
I love hobnobs.
Hobnobs.
There's also those.
They're
Okay.
What are they called? Buenos.
oh
You
yeah.
seen those? Those are great too.
Mhm.
It's like almost like a wafer cookie, like covered in chocolate, and then I think it has like a hazelnut kind of Nutella stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Their
great.
love of hazelnut chocolate is dangerous for me.
You know, do you guys know in the rest stops in like Germany and stuff when they have those squares, like the chocolate, and they're like all different kinds, like they have like
Yes.
I stash those in the
I
backpack.
collect the rainbow. Oh God, yes. And one that's dark chocolate with sesame seeds.
Really?
Wow.
Sounds ridiculous. So good.
It's good.
So,
I like just the chocolate and the nuts, almonds or whatever.
We had a bus once that had like every bunk had like a little drawer that like a little cabinet.
Yeah.
And I made the mistake of going through my cabinet once while someone else was around me, and like an avalanche of mini Nutellas and chocolate bars just like fell, and I was very embarrassed because clearly I was like squirreling all of that shit away for whenever I need to eat chocolate.
You gotta have it. Gotta have it.
I feel that net, that little net, the bunk net filled with candy, food, all kinds of chips, whatever.
Yeah.
Anything to not get out of your bunk. Fill that bad
Sometimes
boy.
I'll take the cans. It's no secret that I love Coca-Cola, so I'll take the cans and stick them right under that air conditioning vent, frosty, just lined around the bed. Like,
you just have your bunk is like its own like self-sufficient cooler. That's
it
fantastic.
Is. Well, you know, like my bunk is like that's where I spend most of my hours after the show. Like I have no more. I cannot talk anymore about like whatever, like the tomfoolery at the end of a show. I just can't do it. Like I've heard all the stories. There's people I know for many years that you're around with. You know, you're like, I don't want to hear these stories anymore. I'm going in my bunk. Yeah. You get a movie on the computer. Hop, hop, hop. Pack of Cokes. Brad used to say that sometimes he would wake up in the middle of the night at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and every once in a while he would like go pee or something, and he'd get back in his bunk. He'd kind of be laying there, and then he'd hear, and if he heard that sound, he knew everything was cool, because that was me cracking the Cokes, and it was all good, because I would just sit there watching movies, listening to music, cracking Coke. My whole life of tour has been very like not that interesting. couple tweets, couple Cokes.
I mean, and the cool part,
A nice mall.
the if you have the net above your head and you can stick an iPad in there, and then you can lie down and watch the movies.
Oh, I do like the little knee up, like the knee up thing. I don't mind that.
I've also stuck my iPad in the wedge between the mattress and the wall, and then just laid on my side and watched a movie.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Good tips.
Man.
Good tips.
So we've kind of covered domestic when we kind of talked about your New Orleans excursion.
Yeah.
Fried chicken as a whole. So one other question that we had from the depths of the internet is, what is your diner order?
I don't love a diner anymore.
No?
Like, I'll be honest with you. No, I spent so many years in diners in New Jersey because that's like, it's the diner state. Right. So like growing up, it was the only place that you could get coffee and smoke in all the time. So we would just sit there for hours. And like, I just like, it seems like no matter where you go, the food is the same in any diner. And like, I'm talking about diners in Kansas or diners in New Jersey. It's always the same food. And like, it's just like heavy and like, bleh. So I'm not a fan. Like maybe I'd get scrambled eggs or something like
All right.
easy.
That's, I guess I get it. I spent a lot of time growing up. I have a lot of family on Long Island. So we had a diner in my hometown near Syracuse called the Beeville Diner, and it was like a 50s diner. It was the place that we just hung out after school, after whatever.
They're all 50s diners, by the way. All of them. 50s.
This one was like borderline trying, like very much like the outfits were like, it wasn't like, it looks like a 50s diner, but everyone inside looks disgruntled and current. Like everybody had like the outfits. Yeah, exactly.
Smoking.
Yeah.
Well, because they're stuck inside of a smoky diner for their whole life. That's why they're bummed.
Ours was oddly chipper, but it's, whatever. But then I spent a lot of time on Long Island, so I always had those. But it was always just the one place, no matter what time I was at, I could get breakfast, and that was like fascinating to me. Just
I would. What did you get at the diner though? Like were you like a rib person? What breakfast?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't order anything that sounds like dinner. Like nothing that shouldn't like seafood at a diner. I don't know.
Oh.
Even if you're near the beach, I don't think I want it.
Well, let me tell you, the fish that's coming to the diner ain't from the beach.
But I will get a tuna melt. And I don't know if it's always a wise decision.
What did you get? A what?
I love tuna melts.
Oh yeah, tuna melt's good.
Tuna melt's good.
We have the Orphan Diner in South Philly, and it's a great tuna melt. And every time it arrives, I'm like, I shouldn't have ordered that because it's like kind of gray and very beige. And then I eat it, and I'm like, no, this is exactly. And now I'm gonna nap.
It was real weird. Like when Stace and I were dating, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I live alone. I'm not sure. What am I gonna do? Like change my eating habits now? I'm like, it's gonna be, I'm a mess. So I don't know what to do. And then she's like, let me make you a tuna melt for dinner one time. Whips it up, right? And I'm like,
everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, everything's gonna be cool. Like we can share.
That's great.
Tuna melts. Yeah, I'll do the porcelain with cheese. She'll do the tuna melt. We're golden. This is gonna be fine. Because I was eating out of at that time I was like eating out of cans and like like sort of not because I couldn't this wasn't like when I was a kid and eating out of cans. I didn't have any money, but this was because I just couldn't be bothered with feeding myself or like doing anything productive like brushing my teeth. So like it would just be cages. But like having her like come over and make like an actual meal for the first time, and it was a tuna melt. So I have this like really special place in my heart for a tuna melt, which is crazy because before that day, I was probably 35, 36, and like maybe 30, 34, 35, and like, but I had never had a tuna melt prior to that. So, dude, my mom was like chicken soup. Like that's what like. It was very plain.
I feel like tuna melts are not like a very easy thing to jump into as a child. Like it's hot tuna. So I feel like you jumped in when you should.
We had tuna melts last week.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Is that what you were doing in between the texts? Is that what took you so long?
Yeah, man, I'm cooking food. Come on, man.
I texted this guy probably like days before. How many kids you got? Like,
I got two girls.
no, I thought you had more kids. I thought you.
No,
I don't know.
I just got two.
That's all right. So
Two that I
you
know
do a
about.
lot of. That's fair. You do a lot of cooking. At least you're honest about it. You know what I mean?
No,
You do a lot of the cooking.
no, I try to. My wife does most of the cooking. I do the easy stuff.
Yeah.
Pasta, burgers, any grilling, I'll do the grilling.
Were the fish tacos yours?
The fish tacos I can make the fish tacos, but I didn't make them that night. But I do know the recipe and I can make them.
I know.
Fish stick tacos.
You now settle a little thing for us. So my wife discovered this restaurant that will deliver, and it's been very helpful. But is it poke bowl or poke bowl? How do you say it?
I don't eat those. You take that one, Kaylee.
You don't. Why don't you eat those?
I've never had them.
Oh,
it's
they're
like
good. They're good.
You might as well say an air bowl. I'll just eat this
No.
bowl of air.
No, poke.
Kaylee, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, poke.
Okay, right?
Wait.
So they
Convince me.
All right, so it's like sushi for people who don't like sushi, you know?
Just take out the seaweed.
Yes. But they did this thing where they did it was like tortilla chips, right? With a little bit, a couple pieces here and there sushi, right? Tuna, something nice, salmon, easy. And then they had this like, I don't know, like some kind of very flavorful mixture of things in there. Vegetables, there's like peppers in there. And it was like, so it was like a taco salad, but like sushi version. And it was awesome. We had it last night. It was really good. I don't know what it's called, but it's poke, right? Poke.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Poke. Then, this is great.
Because we always like to talk about where the good restaurants is, and like locally, if you've been to any good ones, that one, but you don't know what it's called.
Oh, I could find out quickly. No, she's got the Uber Eats dialed in. She's got it on lockup. She's like, she's like, what do you need this? Okay, we're gonna order from this place, and then she like shields the phone, like, because she don't why? Because she knows that if I get a hold of that, we're never eating home again.
Yeah.
Ever. We'll never go to the grocery store because I'll order out. I'll spend every dollar I have on out food.
Dave, I saw that you just told me that you actually ordered out this week.
Yeah, we finally ordered out and had pizza this weekend. This past weekend. First time.
You don't like an order?
No, we've been cooking at home.
Why?
It's just been, that's what we've been doing. We've just been ordering lots of food online and having it delivered, and then we clean it up and make our own stuff.
We've been doing the same. I mean, all food delivered in. I haven't been to the grocery store in 4 months.
Yeah, no.
I haven't been anywhere.
I went to a Trader Joe's once.
Yeah?
It's completely, like, I was on my bike ride, and I kind of like to scope out. I was getting ready. This was the beginning of June, I think. And I was like, I'm feeling like I can scope out smaller grocery stores. So I did a bike ride, and I rode up by Trader Joe's because I miss Trader Joe's real bad.
Yeah.
And I looked in, and I literally saw one person in the store. So I brought my credit card with me just in case. I walked in, and there were maybe 5 people in that Trader Joe's. But I also was on my bike, so I only could get enough stuff to fit in my basket.
Okay.
Which was not enough. But Joe and I recently went, left the city for a couple of days just because we miss nature. So we stayed at a cute little Airbnb outside of Bethlehem, and I got up early and I went to a grocery store. And it was the first time I've been out anywhere. And it was very nerve-wracking, but I also I don't know, it wasn't like a city grocery store. So it felt a little bit more relaxed. But yeah, other than that, I haven't. We order delivery once a week.
Okay, yeah.
Get Fridays off.
Yeah, I'll do a pizza Friday. I don't hate pizza Friday.
I get Wegmans frozen pizzas. You get a stack of them. And then you get cheese pizza, and then every Friday you make whatever toppings you have left in your fridge.
What?
Nice.
But you know
that's a good move.
Really good pizza in Philadelphia.
I know. But here's the thing. I'd rather if we're gonna go out to eat, there's a couple of like really great I tend to eat vegan food, so there's a ton of great vegan restaurants that are doing awesome takeout right now. There's Bing Bing, which is one of my favorite restaurants that does like dumplings and bao buns and like all sorts of stuff. So to me, it's just like if I'm gonna order a pizza, I also love Wegmans because it's from where I'm from, and I just like have an attachment to Wegmans brand pizza. I don't know.
Yeah. We don't have a Wegmans.
So I'm like, well, that's fine.
That's fine. I understand that. You would feel differently if you lived in New Jersey with the pizza, though. Really good.
Yeah.
You do a pineapple on your pizza a couple times?
Pineapple and jalapeno.
Yeah.
See? It's not bad, right?
Favorite combo. I never knew until I went to Mexico and I got a pizza that had pineapple and jalapeno on it.
I've never been to Mexico. I want to go to Mexico. I've never been. I don't know. I've just never been.
It's fantastic. I've been a couple times, but this was the first time I played shows. Was just last fall with Frank Iero.
And they had pineapples on the pizza.
Pineapple and jalapeno. And it was just like, I don't know why I never thought about doing this ever.
Sounds great.
Fantastic.
Let's go to Mexico.
Let's go to Mexico and get a pizza.
Yeah. How are they doing? Are they all right? Can we go there or no? Are they closed too?
I don't know if we can. I think we're still closed.
We're closed.
I know that we're closed. I know.
Yeah.
I talked to my friend in Sweden a week ago, and he was like, we're not closed, but there's like strong recommendations not to like be going everywhere. But they're not closed. So I was like, I was confused as to like who's closed and who's not, especially now. I'm like, kind of like, what are we doing? I'm staying closed.
I'm not sure of the circumstances either. I think, I think under the circumstances you might be able to leave, but there's definitely like a 2-week quarantine when you come back.
Okay.
If you're a citizen.
Yeah.
But I'm not positive.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm just thinking
me neither.
I'm going to eat a frozen pizza, and then every Saturday I'm going to eat something else from somewhere.
Well, I'm not going anywhere because what you can't see is below the screen. I'm buried in the ground, so I'm waist deep in mud. I buried myself just so I wouldn't go anywhere. So I'm hanging out in my yard.
Yeah.
But I think that maybe when we can go, I should go. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to Mexico and trying this pizza with pineapple and peppers.
Yeah. That's kind of the point of this too. The more and more of these we do, the more info we'll have when we do get to start touring again.
I'm compiling all of these recommendations.
That was the goal, just so we can have a list of everything from everybody.
I love this list idea. Like, I don't know why I didn't do that all these years on tour. And I'm like, I don't know, is there like a chicken around? Why didn't I make a list?
Well, and plus, I mean, I do really harass Joe when he's on tour because I will be like, oh my God, you're playing this venue? If you go around the corner, there's this tiny little food truck that has these amazing or I'll just be like, oh, you're playing here? You've got to go down the street and get breakfast here. And if you don't go, I'm going to be really mad at you. Like, no, because it's all based on where we're playing shows. And we all kind of play close to the same areas every time we're back.
Yeah.
We all play the same venues in the same cities with the same people. It's the same thing. But the good news, here's a discovery. This is a secret discovery. So this was on one of the shows. I'm not sure which one. But in Sacramento, there's a state fair, right? And it's in the summer, it's a big state fair, and they have it. It's like the county fair, and there's food trucks, right? And there's this one food truck in the Sacramento County Fair, like the big one, whatever that is, and you could go and get a fried hot dog with a spiraled potato fried. So it's like a French fry that's spiraled around the fried hot dog, and it's like a corn dog, but it's some kind of. And they have a special way that they cut it and they do it, and the whole thing is fried from a truck. And I saw it on TV, and I can't stop thinking about it. It's been 3 years.
to piggyback off of that, because state fairs, there's the New York State Fairs in Syracuse, so I grew up going to it. They have a roast beef sundae, and it is scoops of mashed potatoes with roast beef that makes it look like it's hot fudge with sour cream, whipped cream, and a cherry tomato on top.
Oh my goodness.
So
That's gonna
do things to
even though
your
our
head.
borders are closed, I'm pretty sure we can still go to Sacramento and Syracuse this summer if y'all want to
Oh yeah.
get on a real weird fried road trip.
Imagine that though. Like, is it ice cream, but it's so salty?
There's no mistaking it's not ice cream.
I'm sure.
Like a hot ice cream.
Hot tuna.
Well, I feel as though we've hit our time. For some reason, Zoom is still letting me record after 40 minutes, which is prime.
Well, I have the paid thing. That might be why.
Maybe.
It lets you go as long as you need to. Because I use Zoom for a lot of things. Not a lot of things actually. I use Zoom for writing, and like when I do like if somebody wants to co-write and then we do a writing session, we do it on Zoom. Yeah.
Oh, there you
cool.
go.
I got turned on to it during the quarantine. My friend hit me up and was like, "You want to write a song?" I was like, "Yeah, all right." And then he showed me how to do this whole thing. I was like,
And the lag's
cool.
not too crazy with music?
No, not at all. If I'm gonna do music, I do it on the computer. Like but I run it through the Apollo or any interface, and I got my mic, my headphones. It sounds clear as a bell. And then you can we've even recorded a little loop guitar thing, and then I'll send it to him through email or whatever, Dropbox, and he'll patch it right into a session that he's got on his end. It's crazy what you can do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't actually record anything on the Zoom. I just use Zoom as the mechanism of communication.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's still
But it's not hard.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool. I mean, that's what I've been doing the entire quarantine.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah, it's just great to talk to you.
I like it.
And
Thanks for getting back to me.
Yeah.
Of course, but it was quick. Thanks for I start to worry that you got hit by an ostrich or some kind of animal that they have in California running down the road. What do you got down there? Coyote something?
Yeah, we got coyotes.
Yeah. I got back to you quick, right? Quick?
Huh?
Squirrels you have.
Got lots of squirrels.
We have wildlife of all sorts out here.
We've got some crazy.
It's amazing.
On
You
our
gotta
blog.
dig your stuff out of that hole and go outside.
Yeah. What do you have?
Eaten an entire slice of pizza the other day.
A
Had
who?
a squirrel. Whole slice of pizza in his hands. in his
Billy
mouth.
squirrel.
Yeah.
That squirrel's living it up. It's doing it right.
Yep. Yeah, we got some.
Wonderful. What did you say?
I mean, we got some weird animals in our neighborhood. Dave, did you want to add anything before we finish out?
No, that was great, man. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That's awesome.
It's been
We
great.
had some
I love
good
it.
times in New Orleans, and it was cool to be able to relive a little bit of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
it was fun.
This is fun. I think people will have fun doing this. If anybody, is I don't know, do I want to talk about food? But yeah, you'll have fun. It'll be good.
Yeah, that's
Food
great.
is good.
Let's talk about Raising Cane's and Patty B's, and I mean, it's just food is awesome, and it's something that we all get to enjoy on top of having a cool experience of playing music or writing a record or whatever. And it's definitely something that's complimentary that you always remember, and that's why I think it's so fun to talk about.
It's true. That's 100% right. You remember the food just as much as you remember the experience. That's crazy. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Well,
So
lovely to see you.
Yeah.
You too, man.
Take care until next time.
All right. I'm gonna go dig myself out of the ground.
All right, you do that.
See you, Brian. You take care,
Bye,
man.
guys. Be good.
Bye.